Today, Friday, the 2nd of May 2025, we have some hand-picked match prediction to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And we have a total of about 8 to 9 plus events to share with you, which of course we are going to be sharing our top 5 to everyone. And to those of you who want to access all our hand-picked events, including games for corner kicks, goal probability, and straight wins, as well as our top-notch tutorial classes we share to members only, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan to have access to all these features to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. So without wasting time, let's look at the event we have. But before we proceed, we want to say congratulations based on yesterday's event, for we all registered win and the win rate was high. Congratulations to you all. And of course, today is Friday. We have some long list. So I want to just go ahead to share this game we have for you today. You can check the result of yesterday's event from the last match tutorial video we posted yesterday. Of course, without wasting time, let's now proceed to the first event. But before we proceed, we have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, this section titled as the Home tab section, you're going to notice that we provide match prediction to members only. You can see based on our top 10 event, top 5, top 10, top 10, top 10, as we have been sharing to members only. And for you to have access to these features, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or Level 3 master plan to have access to our handpicked event to start taking your winning to the next height. Of course, if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan as an example, you are also going to have access to Level 2 Pro classes titled as a Level 2 Pro class, which will give you access to the live match corner kick strategy we share to members only. A simple trick to make consistent win with our handpicked event. The match prediction strategy you have never seen before, step by step. The comeback and straight win strategy that will amaze you. Tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for members only. And a 99% win rate strategy you can use for members only. So once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you have access to all of these top-notch tutorial classes in one place, which you can access from the link below this video. But of course, if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to the Level 3 Master class, as you can see here. This will give you access to the excellent corner kick strategy reviewed to members of the Level 3 only. The top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight wins. The game changer corner kick strategy that revealed the top secret site we use to find corner kick events. The 6 amazing AI tool we use. Home and away win match prediction strategy step by step. And 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. So you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to all master tutorial classes in one place. And the link also is below this video. Once you subscribe to the Level 3 Master plan, you can have access to all of these top-notch tutorial classes in one place and start to take your win to the next height. Also, if you come here to the front page of our channel here and locate this area titled as video and click on it directly, you're also going to see other classes which of course we have reviewed for free. We have some tutorials for free which you can watch and benefit from the ideas we have shared. For example, you can see this one here released. You can see expert tip for picking winning soccer matches, which reveal the top secret tips you can reveal from this tutorial by watching this tutorial to the end to learn some of the tips we have shared so that you can take advantage of it and see how you can implement that for your own benefit. We have other ones which of course we can share, and you can also watch this tutorial to the end. We have titled it as the 5 hidden Sofascore features to win more bets. Of course, here we explain some of the features of Sofascore you never knew existed before, and we have shared some tips which you can use at your advantage to implement it and start to see how you can take your win to the next height as well. These are some of the tutorials you can watch for free, and the more you scroll across this page here, you are going to discover even more tutorial for free, which you can watch and of course implement the strategies we have shared and some of the tips so that you can start using it for your own benefit. So without wasting time, let's look at the first event we have to share with you. And in this, we are going to share our top 5, and of course, the remaining part of it can be accessed by members only. So you want to make sure to also become a member as others to see how you can also start to access all our handpicked events as well as top-notch tutorial classes for your benefit. So looking at the first event here, we want to look In Romania, in the Super League, we are looking at Poli, Iasi against Sepsi, Georgie. In this event, of course, the performance of the home in the recent event they've had have proved to be very offensive. They had a game recently with some teams and they have recorded huge amount of goals, as you can see, 3-4 in the recent event they have had. Of course, the opponent also had events recently, but they have proved not to be very good. They do concede very much. One of the comparison is the match they had against Utah Arat, where they had 1-1. This same Utah Arat had game with the home, and the home beat it up to 4. As you can see, Utah Arat 4-0, to prove that the performance strength of the home is better as compared to the away, because the away have equal strength to Utah Arat. Therefore, the home have the possibility to lead in this event, that is to beat the away, and also the possibility of at least 1.5 goal. You can see the most recent head-to-head recorded here. The away Sepsi lead by 2-1. This time, Poli is coming home and he might want to take this revenge. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they've had, you're going to notice that based on the form, the home have proved to sit here on the 8th place. They have just recorded two matches played, or the 2 lead, scoring 7, conceding 0. The offensive strength is very high. But if we look at that of its opponent, on the other hand, Sepsi have proved that they are not as good as compared to the home. This time, they have had 2 games at away recently, no lead. They have just scored 2, conceding 3. The defense is not very strong, so I want to look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we're expecting 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, everything being put in place, we expect the home to lead as one of the major picks, and as well as at least the possibility of 1.5 goal to occur in this event. Looking at the next, we looked at Slovakia. In the 3rd league, we're looking at Myjava against Podkonice. In this event, Myjava have proved to be very good in the recent event they've had with a high offensive strength. You can see scoring 2, 3, 5 in the recent gameplay they've had. That of its opponent, Podkonice, have proved to be very poor in the defensive line. They are not good based on recent event they have recently had. And if we look at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had, Myjava have proved to be the one to lead here. 5 gameplay recently at home, all the 5 leads. They have scored 14, conceding 0. That's a very high offensive strength with a very good defense. Therefore, if we look at that of the away in terms of the recent event they have had, you will notice that the away strength is not as good as that of the home. 5 at away, no lead. They have scored just 3, conceding 7. So we are looking at the high offense of the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we expect 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, we expect the home to be the upper hand to lead as one of the major pick, as well as at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time is our major pick. Looking at the next, we looked at Netherlands in the Estate Divisie. We are looking at Excelsior against Jong PSV. In this event, Excelsior have proved to be offensive recently, having 2 goals, 3 and 3 in the recent gameplay they have had in the Eredivisie. And the offensive power have been very great. But if we look at that of Jong PSV, the recent game they have had proved that they are also good at scoring, but the defensive line is not very great. And we can now compare the strength. We are going to see that Excelsior, the home, have proved that in terms of the recent event they have had, they sit here in the 5th place. They've had 5 gameplay recently, 4 lead, scoring 11, conceding 2. Offense is good. Defense is also very tight. But if we look at that of the away PSV, you're going to notice that they sit right here in the 16th place. They have a good, that is very poor defense and average offense. Looking at this, you're going to see that the defensive line of the away is very weak. And as a result, we look at the fact that the home will take advantage of that and want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we expect the home team to be the leading team due to its offense and the defense of the away not too very tight. Of course, also we are looking at least 1.5 goal to occur in this event in full time as the next major pick. Looking at the next, we looked at Australia in the Tasmania Southern Championship. We are looking at Cleveland Zebra against Southeast United. In this event, Southeast United have proved to be very offensive in the recent event they have had, scoring 7 goals, 6 goals, 2 goals in the recent gameplay. That of the home proved to concede very much with a very weak defensive line, conceding 6, conceding 2, conceding 6. Of course, they are not good at the defensive lineup. They will want to take advantage of that. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the form by the recent event they've had, they way have proved to be very offensive. They have just had 2 gameplay with 2 leads, scoring 14, conceding 2. Offense is very great. Defense is also very good. But if we looked at that of the home, you're going to notice that they are not very good. They've had 2 gameplay conceding up to 8 to prove that the defensive line is very weak. So we expect the way to take advantage of that weak defense, and we look at two major picks here in full time. For this event, we looked at a way to lead as one of the major picks, as well as 1.5 or 2.5 go to its high offensive strength and the weak defense of the home. So two major picks here, 1.5 going full time, 2.5 going full time, as well as the way to lead. Looking at the next year, we looked at Netherlands in the Eerste Divisie. We are looking at Den Bosch against Helmond. In this event, we looked at the pointing finger for Den Bosch having more of corner kicks event in the recent event they've had. The strength performance in terms of corner scoring have been very high, so we are expecting more corners here, as that is between 2 to 4 corners and even 5 corners for Den Bosch. We are going to see some stats to back this up. For example, they recently had a game with Venlo, Den Bosch play at home, and they scored a total of 11 corners against the away team to prove that they are very good at scoring. Another match played by the home team, you're going to see that they still recently had an event with the next opponent. This time, they had still the probability of scoring high amount of corner against Eindhoven when they still play at home, and the number of corners here which was scored was still the possibility of 10 corner kicks. The next one was against Jong Ajax, where they still had play against it, and the number of corners they scored here was 6. So if we look at the average of 10, 11, and 6 divided by 3, we still have a good amount of corners for the home to prove that they have high scoring capability. But if we look at that of the away in terms of the recent event they have had, they are good in conceding. Let's look at the first event the away had in terms comparison with the game they just had recently. The first is the game they had against Jong Ajax, where Helmond played at the way. The number of corners it conceded here was it conceded 5 and scored just 3 to prove that they are good at conceding. If we look at the next here, they had a game against Venlo, where they still concede up to 8 and score 6. You can see they are good at conceding. And the next was against Eindhoven, where they concede 3 and score 4. If we look at an average of that, the conceding strength is very good. And as a result, this match between Den Bosch and Helmond, we're looking at between 2 to 4 and even 5 corners for the home. So we want to look at 2.5 corner kicks in full time for Den Bosch or 3.5 corner kicks for Den Bosch in full time. And to those of you who want to have access to all our handpick events and the remaining part of it, which we have shared to members only, as well as the bet slip we have created and shared to members, as well as the bet slip code, then of course you want to make sure to access the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 Master plan to have access to the rest part of our top events, which we have also shared to members only. We have just shared our top 5 with you. There are still remaining some of it which we have shared to members only, and also with some bet slip ticket we have made with the bet code, which of course you can take advantage of it, and also to access our top-notch tutorial classes to use it at your advantage and start to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.